Bricks and Minifigs is your one-stop shop for all things LEGO. Hit the link below to find a store near you.
Hi, I'm Nick Jensen, also known as Nick Brick. I represent Windy City Lug, Rebel Lug, and Orphan Lug. And today I'm showing you guys the Doom Eternal Super Shotgun in life-size scale. Excuse me. So I like Doom. I have a Doom tattoo. So obviously I gotta do something Doom at some point, right? So the Super Shotgun is something I've been working on for a couple years now, on and off. Like in the meantime of that, I've been building pretty much everything else you can see at my display. But I was just working so hard to make as close to a perfect replica of this gun as I could, because it's such a badass gun. It's a double-barrel break-action shotgun, but it also has a giant meat hook underneath that you can use to grapple onto the demons and get in close, blast them in the face. If well is a gamer or has played the latest games, maybe they know Doom from back in the day, but I have it here so that anybody can understand like what work went into this.
For people like me.
Yeah, for people like Joshua who plays games never, I got your back. Yeah, these are actual reference images I had used to construct this replica, and this particularly helped with learning what details are on the underside of the meat hook and all these like demonic engravings going down the barrels, which were represented with different silver weapons and whatnot. There's like Wolverine claws and throwing stars, Knights Kingdom swords to make some of those details. It was a lot of fun. It's a lot of different techniques that I'm used to doing life-size props, because it feels ancient even though it's a modern weapon pretty much and takes place in the future. So actually I'm going to go ahead and take it off the stand. We can show some more details of it. So it's not that heavy, but it's so awkward to hold because it has no balance to it. It pretty much got a sawn-off stock. It's just all grip, and I have to hold it this far back, so it's uncomfortable to hold, to be honest. But dang, it's pretty darn cool.
You got some great gold elements up here.
Yeah, a lot of these are fairly recent gold elements, like these slopes here where they're compound slopes. I don't think I could have done this with any other piece, so thankfully that got made. I wonder what LEGO designer I have to thank for putting that into a set. And you can go ahead and look at the underside too. It's got some detailing going on here. You can kind of see like the chain for the meat hook. It uses some magic to to make it work in the game. Like, I don't know how there's like all this chain in here and how you're actually able to use this shotgun to grapple demons, but it's video game logic. Who cares? And one of the other techniques I really like on this one is the wrapped grip, using just various black curved slopes and try to make it look uneven, like it's just like haphazardly wrapped around the grip, giving more interest there. And one of the things that this build can do, you can break it open and load the shells, but it's difficult to do. So this might be a great Beyond the Brick moment. Let's see what happens. Oh, that was easy. Wow. Okay, so maybe I have to do a setup like that and things will go great. But you can take out the shotgun shells, and they are huge shells, just like in the game. And in case you need more ammo, got an ammo pickup with 10 more spare shells. This is actually where the build started. I started with the shells themselves and the way that the shells would be encased in the chamber here, in the breech.
What are those red pieces you used there?
I'm not sure exactly, but they first came in red in the Space Shuttle Discovery UCS set. Oh, yeah. And as soon as I found out that was a thing, like, oh, well, I got my shotgun shell. But yeah, you can load those back into there, and you can close it up. But it is the hardest thing to do. So to be honest, on my YouTube channel, Nick Brick, there's a lot of editing magic to make it look smooth. It is not smooth, but it kind of works. I'm going to have to force this together. That's close enough. We're going to set it back down in the stand, but before we do that, the display stand, it's a mock itself as well. Yeah. So any fans of the Doom games from 1993, you probably recognize this as the heads-up display for the original Doom. It's got the ammo, the health, the arms, armor, all those kinds of call-outs where your different key cards would go. And the face of Doom guy himself, just showing his health status and just how badly the demons of hell are just like ruining his day.
I love the presentation here, and even like the kind of trans red on the base there as well is great.
Yeah, that was reflective of the Doom and the Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal look, where it has that that ardent, and I believe it's ardent energy. It's just like this red electric energy that they were trying to harness from Mars in the lore. And I thought that was kind of reflective of that, and the way that they designed hell in the game. The gold chains kind of made me think of that, where it's just like medieval but evil. I don't know how else to explain it. They did a great job also making it look kind of sci-fi-ish. Yeah, and one last part of the presentation of this, besides we're laying down a Doom Eternal flag, we got the Doom record right here, the Doom soundtrack. We also got one of, I believe, 4 Doom floppy disks to play the original Doom. But if you don't know it as that, you probably know it as the way you get cheat codes in Doom Eternal. All the cheat codes were on floppy disks. And I thought this was a neat way to present everything. In fact, I was able to present my Halo builds from past years, maybe seen those in other Beyond the Brick interviews or on my channel. But laying down flags and different memorabilia or collectibles related to the Halo games, I think brings the whole presentation together. And I want to do that more at future conventions, be able to make it look like a whole setup, not just focus on the creations, but focus on the nostalgia and like, hey, I remember playing Halo, I remember playing Doom. This all comes together, and it really brings the focus in on the build as well, I think.
I think it works especially well when you've got a whole bunch of builds in kind of one theme here, and so you can kind of group them up on top of the different areas, and then everybody can kind of appreciate it at once.
Yep, exactly. The crowds love that. They just look at
your other work. We have many interviews with Nick that you can check out on the channel, but also make sure to check his channel out as well. Follow his work online, always doing more impressive builds. So thank you for taking us through another fantastic build here.
Thank you, Joshua.